I used to work 5 days a week for 8 hours, and I was earning exactly the same amount of money as working 6 days a week for 12 hours on the same rate. Why is this happening? Why do we work more but we earn less or exactly the same amount of money as working less? Is it fair? Why is this happening? What's the story with the taxes? Why do we pay so much taxes and why do some people pay less taxes? Hi guys, my name is Anna Maria, and in this video I want to talk about taxes, explain what you see on your payslip and where those taxes go to, and I hope this is going to be very interesting and very useful because we all need to know what kind of taxes we are paying. It's a very important thing to know. Before I explain to you what kind of taxes you see on your payslip, I would like to tell you a few things about taxes in Ireland, in Europe, and how they work and stuff like that. I made a video about downsides of living in Ireland, and I mentioned that taxes in Ireland are very, very high, and loads of people jumped on me and they said that, oh my god, Anna, you are not right, taxes are actually very low compared to other European countries and stuff like that. But look guys, if you earn very low income, then yes, you will pay amazing taxes. Your taxes will be low, you'll have a lot of allowances, a lot of credits and stuff like that. So if you do not plan to earn a lot of money, if you don't think that you'll ever earn a lot of money in your life, then yes, you'll pay amazing, very small little taxes, you'll get a lot of social benefits and stuff like that. But once your salary goes higher and higher and higher, you will have to pay more and more and more taxes, okay? So for example, let's say your salary is 25,000 euro, you only pay 3,100 euro tax. But if you double your salary, let's say you earn 48,000 euro, then you'll pay 12,200 euro tax. So for double the salary, you almost pay 4 times the tax. Okay, so that's very confusing and many people don't really understand why we pay so much taxes and less taxes. So in this video, I'll explain to you why we pay so much taxes. Okay, so let's say if your salary is up to about 34,000 euro per year, then you will be paying pretty good taxes, pretty low taxes. You will be in a kind of standard tax bracket, standard tax rate. If your salary goes above, let's say 50,000 and especially 70,000 euro per year, you will pay crazy taxes. Okay, this is a good thing if you look from one point of view, because what the government is trying to do, the government is trying to take from the rich people and give money to the poor people and minimize, balance out those discrepancies between rich and poor. Okay, this is amazing, but from the other hand, when you know that you study so much, you work so much, you put so much effort to develop yourself, and you don't earn that much money, you don't see that much result, you think that, oh, I maybe just go and watch some Netflix and don't bother developing myself and learning new things. And if you guys plan to earn a lot of money, if you're extremely smart, ambitious, and you want to be very rich, to have a lot of money, then really think about moving to countries like Germany, France, Sweden, Ireland, because you'll have to pay huge taxes. Okay, like in Germany you will pay even more taxes than in Ireland, for example, you know. So think if you actually want to pay that much taxes, because you'll have to give up a lot of your salary. But if you, for example, don't plan to earn a lot of money, if you don't think that you'll be able to earn a lot of money in your life and you will stay in a low income bracket, then that's an amazing place to move to. Like for example, Ireland, along with other countries in the EU, are amazing places to move to because you'll have loads of social benefits, you will get a lot of tax credits, you will not pay that much taxes, and especially if you decide to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children on top of that, you will be exempt from some taxes, you'll get some child allowances, and it's great because you'll be able to invest more money in the education, in the health of your children, for example. Think about these kind of ways because it's not that certain. It depends what kind of income you have, it depends what kind of income you want to have, and you will pay different kind of taxes. I'm telling you so many things and you're like probably wondering who is this person and why is she talking about taxes. So yeah, I've been reading a lot about taxes from a very interesting book, and I spent actually plenty of time trying to understand them. I looked up a lot of information online on the official website called revenue.ie. Also, I was in college where I studied things about taxes and personal finance, so this is why I'm talking about taxes with you. Now, we were saying that yes, you pay so much taxes and you have to give up so much money, but guys, keep in mind the fact that yes, you pay a huge amount of taxes, but at the same time you have a lot of rights, okay? So I was reading this book called Essentials of Irish Labour Law. Very interesting book, very thick, very difficult to read, but worth reading it because you have a lot of rights, okay? So if your employer is not treating you as he should treat you, you have the right to go to the Workplace Relations Commission and raise that issue, okay? Or even if you tell your employer that you are not behaving properly, but it's not legal, your employer is gonna be scared to death, believe me. Like, people in here are really afraid of legal issues and they will behave properly in case we don't do something. Tell them that you know your rights, but first of all, read about your rights and inform yourself. It's very, very important. I'll tell you about a situation that happened with me when I worked for my previous employer. That was a terrible place. It was called Burger King. And guys, before you buy food in Burger King, remember, it's a very, very dirty place. I worked in there. Cool, let's move on with the story. So I had a manager, and that manager one day decided that she wants to follow what I'm doing on cameras. So she turned on the cameras and she was looking what I was doing there. And guess what? That was illegal. According to the law, no one has the right to just turn on the cameras and follow what you're doing. It's illegal. And at that time, if I was to know my rights, I would let my employer know that this is illegal, and if she keeps doing it, I will just go to the Workplace Relations Commissions, and if it will not be sorted in there, I will go to the court. And obviously she would be scared to death. She would obviously change her behavior. And obviously I didn't know about my rights at that time. I was very young, I wasn't that well informed, but keep in mind that yes, you pay a lot of taxes, I pay a lot of taxes, but our rights as employees are being protected. We are really, really being well protected. We are very powerful as employees, and employers will be scared to death to do something illegal because they know that they will face some very serious legal consequences. Okay, whew. Let's breathe out. That was a lot of information, probably. Now, let me tell you about your payslip. Okay, so when you get your payslip, you see different kind of things in there, and maybe you were like me and you looked at your payslip and you just looked on the bottom, you saw your name on the top, and on the bottom you saw the amount of net salary that you will get on your card, and that's everything you could understand from your payslip. I was exactly like this. I used to see, oh, that's my name, okay, that's my net salary, that's my gross salary, that's the amount of taxes I pay. But I did not really understand, how do I pay those taxes? How do we count those taxes? I was so confused. Okay, so let me try to explain what kind of taxes you will see on your payslip. So first of all, you will see the income tax, or the IT, okay? So I had another video where I talked about the income tax, and I explained when you pay 20% of taxes and when you pay 40% of taxes, okay? When you pay the standard rate and when you pay the higher rate, okay? I will leave the link in the description to this video. Make sure you watch that video. That's very easy explained, and it's very easy to understand when you pay 20% and when you pay 40% out of your income. The next thing that you will see on your payslip is USC. This is Universal Social Charge. Okay, this is payable on pension contribution. When the employees pay USC, the money are being collected by the government and paid towards the people who get pensions. If your income is less than 13,000 euro per year, then you pay no USC, and the USC rates for 2021 vary between 0.5 up to 11% of your income. Okay, so on the top of your 20 or 40% income tax, you will see those USC taxes between 0.5 up to 11%. Also, you will see PRSI on your payslip. That's the third tax that you pay. Okay, so that's called pay-related social insurance, and it's just another form of income tax on the top of IT, income tax, and universal social charge, and PRSI is the third one. The purpose of PRSI is to raise money for all sorts of social benefits, like, for example, invalidity pensions, redundancy pay, maternity benefits, and stuff like that. And how much PRSI you will will pay, it will depend on the type of a job you do. Let's say if you work in the public or private sector, or if you're self-employed, you'll pay different kind of PRSI, and the rates will vary between 0 to 4%, again depending on the type of job that you do. Another thing that you'll see on your payslip is income tax credit, or just tax credit, okay? So tax credit is money off your tax bill. Like for example, let's say if you are due to pay 1,000 euro taxes, yes, your taxes are 1,000 euro, but you have 800 euro tax credit, that means that you'll just end up paying 200 euro in taxes, okay? So tax credit is money off your tax bill. Now let me explain this a little bit. You can get tax credits if you are in different kind of circumstances and situations in your life. Let's take an example of a single person, okay? So that single person will get a tax credit of 1,650 euro per year. Let's say that that single person is employed. So for being employed, they will get tax credit 1,650 euro on the top of the first tax credit. And let's say we have a dependent relative, like for example, they look after their grandma, and their grandma fully and totally depends on that single person. So then they'll get 70 euro tax credit on the top of those two tax credits. So in total, the tax credits that they should get is 3,370 euro. Now, let's say that for all your income, your gross tax, the amount of tax that you have to pay for your income, for example, is 10,000 euro, but your tax credit is 3,370 euro, then your net tax, like the tax that you actually have to pay, will be only 6,630 euro. And this is why it's very important to understand what this tax credit mean, because you will be able to get money off your tax bill and pay less taxes. And this will help you to maybe help a dependent relative. It might help you to cover your medical expenses and stuff like that, which is very, very nice and very helpful. There is a huge list of what you can get tax credit for. Like for example, if you're a single person, married person, if you're a one-parent family, if you're a widowed parent, if you have a special age, like if you're an older person, you can get tax credit. If you're a home carer, if you have an incapacitated child, if you're a blind person, or if you're an employee and get salary, or if you're a third-level college student, and stuff like that. So you can get tax credits and tax allowances. And make sure you check that list on revenue.ie. You can see the whole list, and you can see maybe you can get some tax credit yourself. Cool, guys. And the last thing that I want to mention in this video, but believe me, it's not the least thing, because there are so much to talk about taxes, and you let me know in the comments if you want me to talk more about taxes. The last thing is PAYE, pay as you earn. Okay, so you know the system in the US. In the US, you earn income and you get a tax bill at the end of the year, and then you just have to pay the tax bill. Unlike in the US, in Ireland, you pay taxes every month. Let's say you get your salary every month, so you pay taxes every month. It's pretty handy actually, because you don't face a huge tax bill at the end of the year. And I'm telling you all of these things, and I'm making all this video because at the end of the year you'll receive a form called P60, and it's an employee detail summary where you can see all the income and all the tax that has been deducted from you. And you can see, is it correct or not? And if it's not correct and you paid more taxes, then you can notify the revenue, and they will obviously deduct the extra taxes that you paid, and you will be able to save money. This is why it's very important to understand when we pay taxes, what kind of taxes we pay, when we can save money, when we can get tax credits, okay? It's very important to be able to understand that form. It's just one piece of paper, but understanding what those numbers mean can help you to save a lot of money. Cool, guys, and what happens if you underpaid some taxes? Then the government the revenue will make sure that you'll pay those taxes the following year, okay? But if you overpaid taxes, then it's up to you to claim those taxes back. What you can do, you can just Google how to claim my taxes back. You'll see a lot of companies in there. You can apply to those companies and claim your taxes back. It's very easy. Obviously, those companies will retain a part of the money that you are due to get back because they need to be paid for their services, but still you'll get your money back, which is pretty handy. And also guys, please remember that these tax rates, they change every year, okay? That's very important to remember. They usually do not change hugely, but still they change slightly. So if you're watching my video in 2021, that's great, but if you're watching my video in 2050, then tax rates can be totally different. So make sure you check them with revenue.ie. Keep in mind that there are ways to pay less taxes and there are ways to save money, and I'm gonna talk about a few of those ways in my e-guide that's gonna be ready very soon. You'll be able to purchase it and to read different kinds of things about moving to Ireland, about paying taxes, about the banking system, about PPS number, documents, renting, and stuff like that. Cool guys, I hope that this video was useful for you. Please let me know in the comments what else you'd like me to talk about, because I'm making these videos to help you first of all. Also, if you have any questions to me, make sure you do first of all subscribe to my VIP Patron membership on Patreon, and I'll contact you myself and you'll tell me what's your problem and we'll discuss this and I'll help you to solve your problem. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Make sure you give it a like, you do subscribe to my channel, and also share this video because there are so many people out there who would benefit a lot from knowing what kind of taxes they pay. Thanks a lot. Have a lovely day, evening or morning, and I will see you in the next one.